saw that you are a self-taught photographer, and I was like, what? Because you are doing such an incredible work. I have seen
Thank
some
you.
of your breathtaking sceneries that you've filmed. They are so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful. Now, can you tell us what sparked your desire to become a photographer?
I would have to say it started when I was super, super young. I was fortunate enough to go on lots of holidays with my parents and to places that you wouldn't normally expect to go to.
Yeah.
Some places like north of Botswana, Mozambique, Kruger National Park was probably the first place that my parents ever took us.
Yeah.
And I think from then on, I remember even my dad having a camera and taking photos all the time. And I just thought what a cool thing it would be able to do, to be able to capture not only experiences but also certain moments.
Yeah.
And that's what really sparked it for me. And I really have him to thank, to be honest. Yeah.
That is awesome. And then you began teaching yourself how did it begin, like being a photographer?
Well, since then, I sort of, asking for cameras for birthday presents or Christmas. I was still young enough to have the disposable camera. I think that's the first camera I ever got, and just taking silly photos, but I still have some of them, and the memories that I think of when I look back at those photos, it's really means something special to me. So, yeah, and then started playing around with GoPros, and eventually in 2019 is when I got my real first like DSLR camera. And that's when I just started actually like really using my skills and trying to get amazing photos to tell stories to other people.
Yeah, that is incredible. That's incredible. Now I want us to take it back. The daguerreotype was the first publicly available photographic process. Now, how do you think the first early days of the daguerreotype process influenced the way photographers captured landscapes and wildlife?
To be honest, I had to go and research that a little bit. But when I did, I found it very interesting. And I realized that when it came to those days, we didn't really have a lot to play around with. And a lot of people had to be quite patient in terms of getting the right light and the right detail. And so I think now with that, it allows us to also to try and be patient as well, because it's not just about going out there and taking a photo. It's, waiting for that perfect moment, like a sunrise or a sunset. It's not done very quickly. So I think it allowed us to be patient in terms of taking photos to get the right moment. And it's also not that difficult for us anymore. I think people also had to use chemicals back in those days, especially for that type of photography. And we don't really have to do that anymore. I think the equipment can do that for us. So it's become a lot easier for us, but at the same time, we still have to respect that perfect moment.
So Sam, can you tell us, how has the evolution of photography impacted the way we perceive and interact with the world today?
Cool. So I think that nowadays we are able to just pick up something and take a photo, whether it's a GoPro, a drone, a camera. I think back in those days we didn't really have all that equipment, so we struggled a lot. So nowadays it's just a click of a button, I guess, and anyone can really take a photo. And I think it allows us to become more creative as well, especially with all the editing software that one gets these days as well. So it makes our lives a lot easier, a lot more creative, and it sparks new ideas as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Incredible. How do you think the evolution of photography has improved the way you take pictures in terms of experimentation, creativity, and new and unique images?
I think it relates a lot back to what I said now about having anything that you can use and just pick up. It's helped me in terms of being able to edit photos. I find that editing softwares help me a lot.
Yeah.
It's allowed me to learn new things about photography in terms of lighting and color.
Yeah.
And a lot more, yeah, I've just gained a lot more skills in terms of editing software. But I can also say that the equipment has helped me a lot. I have a really big lens, which is probably one of my favorite things to use, because I don't really have to, you know, put myself in a certain position to take the photo. I can either zoom in, or it's zoomed in enough that I get that angle that I've been looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing. And my next question is, how do you use photography to tell stories about the places you visit and the people you meet while traveling?
So, like, ever since I was young, as I said earlier, I've always just found peace in those moments, or it's not really always about the fact of saying, you know, I was there. It was also about getting that perfect moment and being able to share it with other people. And if people see it, normally I get a lot of questions asking, like, oh, where was that? Or how did you get there? And I'm like, you won't believe how amazing it is. You know, for example, I recently went to the Cedarburg Mountains to go and do the Wolfberg Arch. It's quite a popular hike.
Yeah.
And I really wanted that specific photo of the arch in the sunset with all the light and the color and the silence. And I got it, but it took 6 hours to get there. I even hurt myself on the way, but all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think after taking photos, I get a lot of questions, and then hopefully by answering those questions and telling people where I've been, they would want to go and do that same thing. And hopefully, you know, people would be able to want to travel more and get out there a lot more and see the world. And that's kind of what I want people to do through my pictures and storytelling. Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Can you tell us what are some of your favorite photos from your travels and what makes them special?
So one of them I was thinking recently is when I went to Jeffreys Bay for the day.
Yeah.
I was on school holiday and I went for a surf. I think it was about 2.5 hours in probably the clearest water I've surfed ever in Jeffreys Bay.
Yeah.
And I brought my drone along with me just to see if it wasn't too windy, then maybe I could take a shot or two. And after the surf, I decided to take it out, and I probably got one of my favorite videos I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
It's of a longboarder, and he's just surfing down the wave, but you can see everything. It's beautiful, it's clear. And when I share things like that, I love it when people get excited as well, and they just see that and they want to go there. And that is really one of my favorite videos that I did take recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible. For someone who wants to follow you and see more of your work, where can they follow you?
I'm really connected with Instagram. I'm still a millennial, so I'm not with all those other apps and TikTok and but Instagram is where you can find me. It's Sam Alexander Photography. That is my professional page, and then Salty Sam is my personal page.
All right. Thank you so much. That is right. And please make sure you follow her using the social handles she has just shared now. And I promise you are going to love it and perhaps get an inspiration of the places you can visit in and around PE. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that was Samantha Alexander, an incredible self-taught photographer and educator who was sharing with us her incredible journey of photography right here on The Wireless.